Yes, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Welcome everybody out there watching Retro Spectrum, whether you be on Twitch, on Facebook, or YouTube, or wherever else you found the video. It's great to have your company. I'm Ewan Spence, and another 10-15 minutes review of a classic Spectrum game. For those of you who are new, twitch.tv/Ewan Spence, where we do live recordings and lots more chats and discussion. We do online with more clips and videos, screenshots and such like facebook.com/RetroZXSpectrum, and our YouTube channel, which you're either watching on or will be linked off in the description because I still don't have enough viewers, followers, kudos, Scoodle points, whatever, to get the custom URL. So it's like youtube.com/channel/UCMNHGNE70RD, which looks like one of those level access codes that you used to get in early Spectrum games to prove that you had a high score. Speaking of proving that you had a high score, that's where incentive software comes in and today's review. It is of a game which is called Splat. Now I remember the loading screen. I don't remember the cassette cover, and the reason for that is because this is a game that I remember growing up whenever I visited my grandparents who lived in Coventry, and I lived at that point just outside Edinburgh. I'm in Edinburgh now, so it was a game I didn't play that much. Because they had it recorded on a C15 cassette out of John Menzies. And yeah, so I would go down, I'd play it. Eventually, I managed to bring a copy home with me. Those were the days. So I'd never actually seen the tape cover for it. And it's terrible. It is. Look at that. It just. This is actually from the re-release. The original one is just like a blue bit of cardboard with a black ink ball in the middle. It just says Splat incentive software, so there wasn't much going on for the re-release. You have that, and to be fair, it has all the bits you want. It's got the wall, it's got the creature, it's got the thing in the middle you had to do. Really doesn't reflect the game at all. The game itself has a number of gaming features. One is so early on in the Spectrum's life that you can tell just by having a sort of little glance at this. 1983. It's still using the. You can clearly see the 32 by 24 grid, or even the 32 by 22 with two spare at the bottom grid that you have there. Everything's using the Spectrum character set and the graphics. You've got the user-defined graphics, the low-level graphics that sit above the numbers key 1 through 8, making up the splat of the screen. So it's a release title, but you always get the feeling that they could have just typed it and printed it up in a loading magazine as well, and it would have managed over quite fine. Splat has a number of things going for it. One of with the interesting ones is this is pre-joystick time, so we're on the keyboard controls on this one. There's a vocal sample that goes on there. I now realise that I've done two of those in a row with Pippo as well, but hey, there we go. And also, it is one of the most manic maze games from such a twisted genius of a level design that there is. Let us take a look at it, shall we? And bring up our Spectrum. There we go. We are off and running. Splat. Ian, Andrew, and Ian Morgan. One of whom we will hear a lot about from in later titles, specifically Ian Andrew. Ian Morgan is it, one off. So here we are. Everything we need to know is on the screen that pops up after you load the game. To guide Zippy through the many hazards to escape, and the exit is on level 7. No chance. Thanks for that, guys. You've to explore, you've to survive, you've to eat grass, you've not to get splattered the outside walls. You get points to finish each level, and you get a percentage to show you how far you are through. Lovely. Zippy, who you can tell is on an 8x8 UDG. Our hero, grass is 5, plums are 10. Harmless but immovable. You can only die by hitting the outside wall. Remember that. Spikes. I take that back. You can die with spikes. You can die with water. And there are extra lives out there. Search for invisible grass. See if you're going for the high score. That's going to become important in a moment. Press enter to freeze the game and any the key to continue playing. Useful when the phone rings. Right then. I said it's pre-joystick. It's not. But the joystick Kempston emulator throws itself into a complete I don't know what's going on here when I play it on the PC here. So I am actually going back to user-defined keys. Left, right, down, up. Hey! Nope, happy with that. Right then. Red bricks, that's the outside wall. Don't touch that, it'll kill you. Spikes, kill you. Water, kill you. Grass, you like grass. And there you see the fun that is Splat. The maze moves. Which means you have a constantly changing maze. And these walls, they don't kill you. You can't run into them. So, for example, I'm pressing up, 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 up there. You're not going through. But constantly forcing you towards a wall. And it's the walls that splat you. Yeah, so I can just sit there. Maze is fine. The whole maze is moving. I'm moving. The frame that's around me is there. But the point here is you can literally be pulled into the walls. And if you're not careful, you will trap yourself in some spaces. See, for example, here, it's possible to die if you're cut away at the bottom or stuck inside there. You're in this constant battle of, can I run for the grass? Do I need to stay safe? What happens if the maze turns around and you just get like there as it moves around? But when you get to the end of the level, your spectrum says yippee to you. Just about. Nearly. It was 1983. Your spectrum said yippee to you. Water kills you. So now you've got to navigate over, navigate back. Do you risk going for that plum? No. Stay away from the edge? Yes. Can you get trapped in there quite easily? Yes. And that is the beauty of Splat. It is a game where you're constantly having to decide how much risk you're willing to take for the rewards. You're having to decide how much reaction time you think you can manage, whether you can use Jedi mind tricks to try and guess if the maze is going to turn around, and it does feel quite cruel. That's one of the things I did one test, obviously, to test the joystick, but I do remember this game as just being one that always felt cruel. Or we saw with Pippo, there was that, if you've seen in previous nights here, if you're following the stream over on Twitch, yeah, you had the feeling that the only thing that would beat you on Twitch is you making bad decisions. Here, no, you're up against an evil maze that itself will kill you, and you're constantly balancing on the edge, and your fate is not completely in your own hands. Your nature is against you in this game, and it's not nice. It's not nice. And if you're slow and you get stuck behind the wall like that, it's game over, man. Game over. High score. Enter my initials. Okay. E X F. There we go. High score. Now, high score is very important because the idea of Incentive Software, who are the publishers of this game, is that if you got the highest score and told them, you'd win a prize. Obviously, they didn't think people would hack the game or work out what's going on, and there are other ways to check and stuff. But the prize for Splat was a pricely £500, which in 1983 would buy you half a house. It was won, according to Wikipedia, by James Tad, who at the point was 17 years old, with a score of 112,930 points, and it was the first of Incentive Software's giveaways. I have scored 950, so I am 111,980 short. Assuming I've done my maths correct, and I suspect I haven't, because 8 plus 3 does not end up in 5. Anyway, Incentive actually went on to do some other great stuff, which are, looking down the list, I do want to pop up this. They ended up being the guys that did Driller, which is one of the early sort of 3D games where you could literally look around you. So Castle Master was in there as well. They eventually made 3D graphic arcade creator. Dark Side was a variant of Driller as well. So the 3D construction kit, that's what I'm thinking of. Yep, pops in as well. So they also had the delightful Mind Out, which went through Quicksilver in terms of the author. So there's a lot going on. I said incentive software there. What I actually meant was Ian Andrew, who's the author, one of the authors of the game here, went on to do lots more stuff. So we'll be looking at them over the next couple of months, and certainly probably Driller actually, because Driller was one of the standout titles. And you look at games now and you look at Driller and you go, wow, that's the same game. You can see the lineage, but wow, things were slow. Trying to do a 3D environment that you could look anywhere and look up and down in 48K. Yeah. Because we were all mad then and we decided to do silly things. Right then, so we have another go. Press any key. I for instructions and control options. Nope, I'm good on the controls. Go. Don't need to show me again. You don't need to show me again. I pressed I, didn't I? I didn't. Okay, anyway, left. Got that wrong. Can't even get the keys right. I want to change my mind. Yes, please. Focus. Left. Right. Down. Up. If I can't even get the classic keys done, what's the thick evil maze going to do to me? Let's find out. Right, we got level 2 last time. 950. Okay, let's see if we can get 1,000 before the end of the review. Now, see, no, you don't. It's all about staying away from the edge of the, it's that risk reward thing. And I think that's the fun thing. Yes, these graphics are really simple. And yeah, you've not seen this before because the maze doesn't just keep doing the same direction. It's not following a sort of pre-planned route. It will shuttle around and everything. So yeah, but it's all risk and reward. It's all your basic spectrum layout in terms of 8x8 pixels and your 256 by 192 screen. But it's just got something. Yeah, it's a little bit evil. It's a little bit strange. It's really easy to see what the gameplay is. It's like you've got to eat grass. The maze moves. Don't touch the sides. It does sound a bit manic when you just describe it like that. But then when you head off and actually get in and start playing, it doesn't take long for you to go, I see what this is doing. Ah, you evil programmers, you. I see what you've managed to do here. I'm taking a real chance. I'm taking a real chance here because it just needs to go down. Yeah, you can see why 17-year-old won the high score because my reactions are nowhere close. Okay, 200, fifth of the way there. Yay! And we get bonus. Level 2, 210 at 400, right. So if I can get to level 3, I've probably got a very good chance of breaking that 1,000 points barrier. Plums are worth a little bit more, but oh. I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna die here. Stay alive as long as possible. Stay alive. Stay alive. Stay alive. Ah. That's what I mean by evil maze. That's that's horror right there. When you're a young kid and you think of the Star Wars trash compactor and the walls moving in and nothing you can do to stop it. And you wonder what sort of horrible mind brings up Splat, and you think, yeah, the sort of mind that I appreciate. No, I'm not going to risk for the last one there. Gold got double plumb. Nah, not going to go for that either. Got a nice high score zone in here. Risk reward, risk reward, risk reward, risk reward. It is a really, and pardon the word here, it's rather twitchy arcade game. It is about reactions. It is about looking around you. Given time, you can understand the maze that's up there and the options that you have to get through the maze. but that doesn't really help you. Yeah, a huge amount. You're still at the mercy of the forces of the random number generator. Last life, 840 points. Where am I going to find some more scores? No, I'm not going to find it down there. 880! Oh. I think we can officially say it has that one more go to it. Yes, it does have that one more go. Okay, so last run through. This is Splat. For those of you who aren't able to read the credits or anything, released in 1983, very early in the Spectrum's life. 16K machine, relatively easy to find in 1982, Christmas 1983, although stocks were low. So most people didn't get the Spectrum in that first rush of games till 1983. So this is one of the earliest titles. The first rush of the Spectrum's long ongoing gaming history, right here. And they won't have seen much of what other developers would have been doing in terms of releases and stuff. So this is effectively that here's the machine. What can we do? What can we make of it? This is the first out of the block. Let's just have a little play around and see what we can do with the machine. Not happy at all. Not happy. Okay, here we go again. And of course, that progress through the level, you notice there, resets at the start of every life lost. So you can be 95% through level 1, you're going back to the start again. You don't just have that 5% to finish. This is evil, unforgiving gameplay. Love it. Absolutely love it. That's a nice little clump of points there. I mean, it's right in the corner, right in a little valley. Little cutout. Easy enough to turn into an enclave. Do you wonder where it's going down there again? Yeah, why not? Okay. Yeah, there is just a joyousness in actually just taking that small moment of pleasure of beating that part of the maze. Yeah, Splat. That must be invisible grass. Now, you see, if I was the sort of person that this is my only game, or I was alternating between this and, say, Gobble of Ghost from CCS Interactive, it's like, I'd know where the invisible grass is, because that's extra points. Now, 285 points. Did you do it times 2 because it was until level 2? 485. No bonus? No bonus. Just no bonus. I said there was a multiplier. So wherever I got that times 2, I don't know. Maybe it was lights left. Anyway, Splat. Incentive Software, 1983. It is not going to be one that I'm going to play for weeks and weeks and weeks, it has to be said, because it's just a little bit too frustrating for me as I am just now. But this is certainly worth a night or two's exploration. You've got a high score of me of barely reaching 1,000. But you've also got that ultimate high score of 112,950. Or is it 30? I can't remember now. Even at 113,000, you would have won £500 back in the day. It's enough to buy you like 3 Spectrums? Or 2 Spectrums with an Interface 1 and some microdrive cartridges and Interface 2. And Jetpack ROM cartridge. I mean, you would be the god in the playground if you managed to get that as a bundle, wouldn't you? AP! I'm over 1,000! I'm a gold! That bonus pushed me well over! 1410. 1410. What happened in 1410? I don't know. But now I'm on level 3 and it's got spikes and I'm very worried. Because those actually will kill you. I just can't go zipping around the maze now and allow myself to crash into the walls. Which is kind of what I was doing earlier. Oh, look at that risk reward there for all those plums. No! Yes, but no, but yes, but no, but yes, but no. Ooh, aye. Maybe there's a hidden message in the game. There's a lake in the middle there. I'm going to drown in the lake, aren't I? Going to drown in the lake. 1 life left. Level 3, 1650. I did say I was going to break 1,000. See? And I'm all good to you out there. I got to break 2,000. I think I'd have to finish level 3 to do that. And oh, close. I don't know if I'm got the reactions to actually do that for you. No, just overshoot. Zippy is living up to his name. Yes. I'll enter my initials there as well. You've got it. Game over. That there is Splat. It is frustrating. It's got a lot to like about it, it has to be said, and that does bring back a lot of memories from the youth. 1983 early Spectrum game, evil, addictive, little prize at the end of it, solid target to aim for. It's a really, really good example of that first flush of Spectrum games that came out, yeah, I'd have a look at that one as well if I was you. Look, let's be fair. On almost all of the Spectrum games I look at, I'm going to say, yeah, you should have a look at that one. Apart from Outrun. Outrun is just, I revisited that and went, this is terrible. Even when you're playing it with an emulator and can see it's up. So, Outrun, no. Splat, yeah, I think you should go have another look at Splat. I'm Ewan Spence. Thanks very much for watching the review. You'll find more live reviews, discussions, and chat at twitch.tv/EwanSpence. We have a Facebook group to discuss everything at facebook.com/RetroZXSpectrum. If you're on Facebook, like and follow us there. If you've already got us here, then do feel free to share the video so we can get more people involved. And we'll be on YouTube as well. And if you're on YouTube, please hit that subscriber button so you get more videos on the Spectrum and the early days of the 8-bit gaming career, and no wonder that led on to so many people in the world of gaming. I'm Ewan Spence. Thanks for watching.